Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing wonderful today. Let me ask you a very important question. Have you ever said sorry to someone without really meaning it? Have you ever heard a person make an excuse instead of accepting their mistake? And have you ever received a sincere apology that completely changed your feelings? Today we are going to learn the deep and powerful difference between three very common English words. Sorry, excuse, and apology. These words are connected to mistakes, emotions, relationships, and communication. People use them every single day, but many English learners still confuse them. Some people think sorry and apology are exactly the same, while others use excuses when they should apologize. That is why today's lesson is extremely important. In this lecture you will learn the meanings, emotional differences, grammatical uses, and real-life applications of sorry, excuse, and apology. We will also discuss 5 examples for each word so that you can confidently use them in daily English conversations. So stay with me until the end, because this lesson will improve not only your English vocabulary but also your communication skills and emotional intelligence. Let us begin with the first word. Sorry. Sorry is one of the most common words in English. It is used to express regret, sadness, sympathy, or politeness. The word sorry is emotional and personal. It is often used in informal situations and daily conversation. People say sorry when they make mistakes, hurt someone, interrupt someone, or feel sympathy for another person. For example, if you accidentally step on someone's foot, you quickly say sorry. If your friend loses a family member, you may also say, "I am sorry for your loss." In both situations, the word sorry expresses emotion. Now here is something important. Sorry is usually an adjective while apology is a noun. For example, I am sorry. That sentence uses an adjective. But if we say, I offered an apology, now apology is a noun. Sorry is shorter, softer, and more common in casual conversation. Now let us understand the different situations where people use sorry. People use sorry to admit small mistakes. People use sorry to show sympathy. People use sorry to sound polite. People use sorry to repair emotional situations. Now let us look at 5 examples of the word sorry. Example 1. I am sorry for arriving late to the meeting. This shows regret for being late. Example 2. Sorry, I did not hear your question. This is used in polite conversation. Example 3. She felt sorry after speaking harshly to her friend. Here sorry describes emotional regret. Example 4. I am sorry for your loss. This sentence expresses sympathy and emotional support. Example 5. Sorry for interrupting your conversation. This is a polite and respectful use of the word. Now let us move to the second word. Excuse. An excuse is a reason or explanation given to avoid blame, responsibility, or punishment. When people make excuses, they usually try to explain why something happened. Excuses can be true, false, reasonable, or weak depending on the situation. For example, a student may say the bus was late so I could not reach school on time. That may be a genuine excuse. But if someone says I was too lazy to study, then that sounds more like avoiding responsibility. An excuse often focuses on circumstances and outside factors. It answers the question, why did this happen? Now let us understand something important. Excuse and sorry are not the same. Sorry accepts emotional responsibility. Excuse explains the reason behind the mistake. For example, I am sorry for missing your call. That is emotional regret. My phone battery died. That is an excuse or explanation. Sometimes people use both together in healthy communication. Now let us discuss how excuse is used in grammar. Excuse can be a noun and a verb. As a noun, That is not a good excuse. As a verb, please excuse my behavior. Now let us look at 5 examples of the word excuse. Example 1. He gave an excuse for not completing his work. This means he explained why the work was unfinished. Example 2. Do not use stress as an excuse for rude behavior. This sentence criticizes weak explanations. Example 3. She made an excuse and left the party early. This means she created a reason to leave. Example 4. His excuse sounded dishonest. This shows that the explanation was not believable. Example 5. Please excuse the noise outside. Here excuse is used politely to ask for understanding. Now let us move to the third word. Apology. An apology is a formal or sincere expression of regret for doing something wrong. Unlike excuses, apologies accept responsibility and focus on repairing relationships. A true apology shows honesty, maturity, and emotional understanding. An apology usually includes 3 things: accepting the mistake, expressing regret, promising improvement. For example, I apologize for shouting at you yesterday. I was wrong and I will try to control my anger in the future. That is a sincere apology because it accepts responsibility and promises change. Now let us understand the difference between sorry and apology. Sorry is usually emotional and informal. Apology is more formal, serious, and complete. For example, if you accidentally bump into someone in a store, you simply say sorry. But if a company makes a public mistake, it issues an apology. Sorry is often spoken quickly in daily life. Apology carries deeper responsibility and seriousness. Now let us look at 5 examples of the word apology. Example 1. She offered a sincere apology after the argument. This means she honestly admitted her mistake. Example 2. The company released a public apology for the error. This shows formal responsibility. Example 3. His apology helped repair their friendship. This sentence shows emotional healing. Example 4. I owe you an apology for my behavior. This means the speaker accepts responsibility. Example 5. After hearing her apology, he forgave her. This example shows how apologies can rebuild trust. Now let us compare all 3 words together. Sorry is emotional. Excuse is explanatory. Apology is responsible. Sorry expresses feelings. Excuse explains reasons. Apology accepts mistakes. Sorry is often informal. Excuse can be defensive. Apology is usually sincere and formal. Let us understand this with a real-life situation. Imagine a friend forgets your birthday. If the friend says, "Sorry, I forgot your birthday," that is emotional regret. If the friend says, "I was extremely busy with work," that is an excuse. If the friend says, "I sincerely apologize for forgetting your birthday and disappointing you," that is a true apology. Can you feel the emotional difference? Sorry sounds soft and immediate. Excuse sounds explanatory. Apology sounds mature and responsible. Now let us discuss a very common mistake people make. Sometimes people give fake apologies that are actually excuses. For example, "I am sorry but you made me angry." This sentence is weak because the word "but" shifts blame to the other person. Another example: "I am sorry if you felt hurt." This does not fully accept responsibility. A sincere apology should clearly accept the mistake without attacking or blaming someone else. Now let us discuss emotional intelligence. Emotionally intelligent people know when to use sorry, when to explain with an excuse, and when to give a full apology. Small accidents usually need sorry. Unexpected situations may need explanations or excuses. Serious mistakes require sincere apologies. Understanding this difference improves communication, relationships, and trust. Now let us explore common expressions with these words. Common expressions with sorry. Sorry about that. I am really sorry. So sorry. Sorry to bother you. Common expressions with excuse. Excuse me. No excuse. Good excuse. Poor excuse. Common expressions with apology. Public apology. Formal apology. Heartfelt apology. Accept an apology. Offer an apology. These expressions are extremely common in spoken and written English. Now let us compare these words through different situations. Situation 1. You accidentally step on someone's shoe. Best response. Sorry. Because the mistake is small and immediate. Situation 2. You miss an important office meeting. Possible response. I am sorry for missing the meeting. My car broke down. This combines apology and excuse. Situation 3. You insult a close friend during an argument. Best response. I sincerely apologize for my words. I was wrong. This situation requires a serious apology because emotions were hurt. Now let us talk about relationships. People who constantly make excuses often lose trust. Others may think they are irresponsible or dishonest. But people who apologize sincerely are usually respected more because they show honesty, courage, and maturity. At the same time, constantly saying sorry for everything may also sound weak or insecure. So balance is important. Use sorry naturally. Use excuses honestly. Use apologies sincerely. That is the key to strong communication. Now let us discuss professional situations. In workplaces, apology is extremely important. Professional people accept mistakes respectfully. For example, a manager may say, I apologize for the misunderstanding during yesterday's meeting. This sounds responsible and professional. But if the manager only gives excuses, people may lose respect. The same thing happens in friendships, marriages, schools, and families. Good communication depends on honesty, responsibility, and emotional awareness. Now let us summarize today's lesson clearly. Sorry is used to express regret, sympathy, or politeness. Excuse is a reason or explanation often used to avoid blame or explain situations. Apology is a sincere acceptance of responsibility for a mistake. Sorry is emotional. Excuse is explanatory. Apology is responsible and healing. Remember this simple formula. Sorry touches emotions. Excuse protects actions. Apology repairs relationships. Before we finish, let me ask you one final question. When you make a mistake in life, do you usually give an excuse, say sorry, or offer a sincere apology? Think carefully because the answer reveals a lot about communication, personality, and emotional maturity. Thank you so much for watching and learning with me today. I hope this lesson helped you clearly understand the difference between sorry, excuse, and apology. If you enjoyed this lecture, then make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful English lessons, vocabulary comparisons, and communication tips. Keep practicing, keep improving, and keep speaking English with confidence. See you in the next video.